Okay.
We are live-ish.
Okay, welcome back to the channel. I'm Kina,
And I'm William.
and we are the Nerdy Weds. And today we're doing a live, and we're going to talk about Star Wars.
Yep.
So until people come in, let's just talk about the games or the things that we did to celebrate Star Wars Week. And for us, it's now going to be Star Wars Month since we didn't finish
Yeah.
everything.
No.
And let's start with the games.
It's too much to do in 1 week.
It is a lot to do in 1 week. We need the whole month. So we played a bunch of games. We wanted to play all of our Star Wars games, but we did not play, we didn't get through all of them.
No.
We got through all of them but 4. And one of them really isn't our fault because it is Star Wars Family Feud, and that is a 3-up game, 3+ game.
Three or more players.
So we may ask some, if we have time, we may ask some questions of people who are viewing the live right now. We also didn't get to Star Wars X-Wing, and if you'll pass that to me, the miniature
yes.
game,
Here you go.
I'll hold that up. And this one, you know what? I didn't even look at the flea market today to see if they had any of the miniatures. I meant to do that.
I didn't see any.
Okay. If
Like,
they
people
did,
are hoarding those.
yeah, that probably would have went really fast if they did have it. So we didn't play that. I'm counting the assault game because it wasn't complete. We'll talk about that later. But we also did try to play it a little bit with what we did have. So I'm counting it. That's not counted in the 4. So the other one we didn't get to, which is probably the one we at some point on the live stream for a couple of minutes. So this would be the game of the live. Since we try to play a little icebreaker game on every live, this is much better than doing the hot sauce game, which we're going to.
That was terrible.
Yeah, it fought you back. It fought you back later.
Yeah.
TMI.
Wow.
But yeah, we're gonna do
That's my world up.
a variation of that game later. So later, torture you anymore.
If the
talking
screen
about
goes black here in a second, or if it has in the past few minutes, very short period of time, I just need to get the live chat feature up on the screen, and that's going to take me just a second. So
Okay.
bear with me. We are not going out on you.
our game, Darth Vader game. Both of our Something Wild games. One was with Grogu, and the other one with Vader. The Star Wars Han Solo card game, and then Star Wars Villainous. And also, I've got a bad feeling about this card game. That game was surprisingly fun because most of these games that we have in our collection are filler games for Star Wars.
Yeah.
And we hadn't played any of them before except for Something Wild, but it wasn't the Star Wars editions that we have. It was the other Something Wild games that we have. All a matter of learning the game. So I didn't really get to enjoy the game. And I'm saying that because we do have to put the games that we've played on our game board, which is hidden by all of the Star Wars standees on our game
No,
board.
our game board's right here.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I'm
oh,
not.
it's hidden.
I'm not unprepared entirely.
Okay,
There's
so
some unpreparedness.
all of those games that I just mentioned are in the running to be in the top 20 of our games played this year board. And the only one right now that is going to knock a game off this board for me is I've got a bad feeling about this. I think at some point Star Wars Clone Wars and Star Wars Villainous will probably knock some games off, but I have to play them again. So right now, I've got a bad feeling about this is going to go on my board where, wow, where cave paintings is. So it's going to be, wait a minute, let me think about this. So Star Wars, I've got a bad feeling about this. It's good at 2-player, but it's going to be, and I really liked it enough to say it's going to go on the board. I feel like it's going to be even better as an icebreaker party game with more people.
Yeah.
Because there are cards in it that have you do certain things throughout the game that's going to be hilarious. And so for that reason, it's going to make for a good party game as well. So I think it's going to go up higher on this list. So I think that it's going to be, darn it, I'm going to put it at number 14 where Ox God is. So it's going to go above Ox God.
All right.
So that knocks Quirkle off the list for me. I've got a bad feeling about this. Star Wars. I've got a bad feeling about this. Are you almost done with that?
Not at all.
So that you can talk?
It's a complete fail at this
Oh
point.
man, this isn't the Kina show. This is the William and Kina Nerdy Weds show. So let me move. I said it was above Ox God, number 14. So let me move all of these. We've been doing the live.
Hey
It's been
guys,
once a
I'm
week.
sorry. We're having some technical difficulties here, and just it's a mess at the moment. Let me figure out what it is I'm doing. Ah,
Oh, delay. I just heard you on my
yeah.
phone.
Um, I thought that setting this up, it would be done. I'd set it up once and boom, we could just use it again.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, I've got to set up this chat bubble
Every time.
every time we do a live stream. Uh, and it's really kind of frustrating.
So, wonder if next time you have your live stream set to private until you get it set up how you want,
Yeah,
and
but
then
then
go public.
it does the whole thing where it uploads all of the private stuff. It doesn't like start the stream for somebody to
Okay.
watch right there at the where you turned on public. So when somebody comes back to watch it,
But you can trim
yeah.
that.
But they can see us right now. They can hear us.
Okay.
So let's entertain the masses. Um, Sorry, I'm trying to. I've still got this to do.
Okay.
Let's pop up the chat window. I'm getting
Okay,
flustered. I'm getting flustered.
Don't get flustered. It's just a chat window.
Hey,
It's just a
sorry
chat
about
window.
sorry about that with the blank screen. And now I've got the I've got this working. Now it's
So it's working, right? So do you want a drink?
I do.
What
I
do
do
you
want
want?
a drink.
What do you want?
I'm game.
I'm not drinking. I'll fix you a shot of whiskey or something.
Yeah.
I don't want to drink every Sunday.
So, how are you guys all doing tonight? I'm trying to figure out what this was supposed to look like.
I don't know if this is good or
But
not, but I'll give him a splash of
It's
this. Smells good.
Chrome key, maybe? Okay.
Okay,
And
Chattanooga.
we're looking to
whiskey.
get rid of blackety black. Select color. Black. Okay. Close. That did not work.
This smells good. I don't know how good it is, but Chattanooga whiskey.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take some Chattanooga whiskey.
Okay.
It's good.
Your chat still good?
Not really.
No.
Things are going bad.
So we
Add a
have
filter.
a haul that we did at the flea market. We're not going. It's too many games, you guys. It's too many games to show you. So we're just going to talk about the experience and then tell you our top 3 games that we got from the haul. So we did it at Your Turn Cafe, which is a board game cafe that unfortunately has decided to no longer be in business. We've been to the cafe twice, at least, maybe once, but I think it's twice. And I really regret not going more often. But it's tough when you're a homebody and you have a lot of games at home, and you just stay at home and play. But they had great sales. They also had an area in the store where they had people come in and sell some of their games. To be honest, I think for me, I was done after I bought all the games that I wanted in the actual store, because I think I bought like 9 games and you within the store, and well, maybe about 7, and you bought about 7, something like
Yeah.
that. So by the time we got to the flea market, I was done. And the deals that we got in the flea market, I kind of feel like for me, they were, what do you call it when you, is it called buyer's remorse. It was buyer's remorse for me because we have enough filler games, and I feel like some of the games we got were filler games.
Yeah.
Especially since you were excited to see Sentinels, and you got that, and the guy was saying, "Oh, I can give you a deal if you get more games." So you got more games just to kind of get the deal, and I saw Sentinels, but I didn't really want it at that time, even though it's on my list because I was done shopping, you guys. But turns out it wasn't even the right edition anyway, because I wanted the definitive edition.
Yeah.
And that was not it.
I let my I let
Excitement?
that excitement get ahead of me, and just yeah.
But another game that we got from that vendor was also on my list. It was, and Best at Star Trek will know because he was the one who recommended it. If I'm remembering correctly, Arbitrarum. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but it is a tree card game, and I wanted just the regular edition. I did not need a deluxe edition or collector edition. And this edition comes in a really nice box, and the cards are beautiful. Granted, they are beautiful, but I'd rather pay, a cheaper price and just get the regular game than a collector's edition for that type of game.
Yeah.
So that's one of the other games we got from that vendor, and then a third game. So it was a little bit of buyer's remorse from there. Not that the games weren't good or that the prices weren't good, but if it's a game that you don't 100% want, or if it's an addition of the game that you don't want, then even if you get a good price, it's still a filler game and it's still not. It still can cause buyer's remorse, and that's what it did for me. But every thing else was fine. So overall, the haul, which we will show to you guys at a later date, was really great because I got to check off a lot of games that have been on my list for a while. And one of them being, so I guess I'll go ahead and talk about my top three. Red Rising, Colony, and what was the other one? Dead Last? I think it was Dead Last.
Yeah.
So those three were my top three, and I know that you're working, you're hard at work over there.
I'm,
What were your
I'm
top
struggling.
three?
I'm struggling. My top three were Red Rising. That was a great one. We also got Founders of Gloomhaven, which I've really been looking forward to that game. We got it for a great price, and we got Arc Nova.
Yes.
Which is another really big game that's been on my list. So now I'm done with the chat.
You're good.
It's just going to be what it is tonight.
So this is what.
Sorry.
Hi.
Oh, that
this
was.
Is say our highest high. Because I see Dreadpool, Best at Star Trek, and Trev, the shipping guru. Hi everyone. Happy Sunday. And if you guys are just coming in, I know Best at Star Trek hasn't been here. William was, a little flustered, but he's got his drink. I think
I've
he's
got a
good
drink.
now.
I've got a drink. I've got the chat working. I am catching up with the chat because we're a little bit behind because I was focused on trying to format the stupid thing, and
But
not
you
so
got
much.
it. But you did it.
Yeah, Sorry, I'll get better at it as we go. It's growing pains,
Yeah, we probably have to reach out to some people who do lives all the time and find out from them, like from Dreadpool and from Brian LCS, who they do all the time, and they have awesome live streams. So they probably know some tricks that you can learn from. So Trev said he likes the standees. So since it's Star Wars month, because we're taking the whole month, not just May the 4th be with you or Revenge of the 5th and Revenge of the 6th. We're taking the whole month. So we figure for our lives this month, we're going to have them behind us, even when we're not talking about Star Wars this month. They're going to be back there. And we got those one year at Celebration, Star Wars Celebration. I don't remember which one, but they were doing an auction, and I kind of got sucked into it. And auctions are fun, you guys. If you've never done one, you guys should do it. I got a great deal on all of them, but there's probably at least one where
I'm blocking
probably at least
Slay
one
Leia.
where I got a little overboard because of getting in the feel of doing an auction, and the person probably worked right there at the vendor and was like, "I'm gonna get this price up by, you know, betting against her so she
Yeah.
can keep going." But yeah,
He said you should check out She Hates Games. They do a lot of live playthroughs. See, this I'm ignoring the chat
what
issues.
what is it doing now?
Right here, see, She Hates Games. They do a lot of
Oh, because
live.
you can't see all
I
of it,
can't
but you
I
can
can't
see it
properly
right
get
there,
it.
right? See?
Yeah, I can see it right here. So let's
Oh,
go to an
okay.
auction. See, last time I had it set up
Yes, we
perfectly,
need to go
but
to
each time I do
an
a
auction.
breakout,
Oh,
every time I
yeah.
do a breakout window for the chat, I've got to redo the original, and it was not working well. But Linda, yeah, she wants to go an auction with you. That'd be great. Now, going back to Best of Star Trek,
Yes.
he said you got Arboretum, awesome game.
That's how you pronounce it.
We also got the deluxe edition of that game, which is pretty neat. I can't wait to play it, and it's got some really cool foiled cards and a wooden box that it came in. So, with a velvet lined.
I'm being nice about what we got. I've already said my piece on it, so I'm just going to be quiet
He goes,
because
I'm excited for you to
yeah.
play Arboretum.
And I
Yes,
saw
we are too.
Q-Birds there as well, and I didn't get it. I had it in my stack, but I had so many games. When you have so many games, you got to start. You can't say yes to all of them, but I did. I almost got Q-Birds because
hell
I
you
know he. Well, I know, especially since that one, I probably would have been able to get a good price on it. But that's one that he said. Best of Star Trek said that he and his wife play all the time. They play a lot.
We went game hunting today at a flea market, like she said earlier, at a store that was, or a venue that was closing, and they had a huge collection of not only used games that they took off of their library shelves, but also a bunch of brand new, still in the wrapper games that came out of their retail side of the business. I don't know all the details of why the place closed, but it will be a place that's missed by the community.
Yeah, the line was almost around the building. Well, not around the building, but to the end of the building.
Into the block, yeah.
End of the block, yeah. So there's a lot of people there.
Hey, Wayne, saw you there today. Great to see you here right now. I also almost picked up Q-Birds, and I put it down.
Yep. I wish
Yeah.
I would have kept it.
What is Q-Birds?
It's a card game, and Best of Star Trek was talking about it. So I don't know the details of it
Okay.
because I wasn't able to add it to my list on Amazon. That's why I should have kept it because I didn't see it on Amazon. And right now, that's where I'm keeping my list of games that I want to get.
All right.
But it looks like a fun one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best at Star Trek says my want list is Starship Captains and Fayum. All right, I don't know either one of those two games, but Kina is adding it to her ever expanding list.
Well, I got a few off my list today. Starship Captains and Fam. Now, my one disappointment from the flea market today is that we didn't get not one Star Wars game. Not one.
We did not get not one Star Wars game. That's true. I'm a shame. There were only a couple selections at the entire store, and I didn't pull the
Yeah,
trigger
but there
on
was
them.
what was it? The Star Wars Imperial Assault. What's the name of
Imperial Assault, yeah.
it? So we could have gotten that instead of getting the Sentinels.
Well, Wayne says I'm assuming it's the Q-Birds game, Q-Birds. He says it's on BJ for free, so you can just play it there.
What? Okay, well, we're gonna do that because we did say we were gonna play some streaming games, some online games. So we could do Q-Birds.
Best at Star Trek, you were killing us, man. Must pick up Mandala.
I have that.
2-player card game.
Yeah.
It's specific.
He told us about that one.
Yeah, she already got that one
and
on
I
our
have
list.
that one on our list. They didn't have it. At least I didn't see it at the flea market. Okay, so I have to write this stuff down because I will forget. So another thing I want to talk about before we forget is that I did a podcast episode with Where the Weirdos Meet with Adrienne. She's on Spotify. She's probably on some other podcast services as well. We talked about conventions and we had a little girl time. So when you guys get a chance, check out her podcast, check out that episode because we had a really fun time. And then coming up, whenever they set it up, William's going to do a podcast episode with Beans and Dice podcast, and
Yep.
you guys are going to talk about role-playing
Role-playing
games,
games, yep.
and hopefully you guys do an ongoing segment of that.
And that's with Wayne, who is currently in the chat with us, or was in the chat with us a second ago. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna be discussing our experiences with playing role-playing games, and our favorite aspects of the tabletop RPG experience. And that should be a pretty great show.
Okay.
As they usually have great shows. If you
Oh,
haven't
yeah,
seen
they
Bean
do.
and Dice podcast, go back and watch their episodes. Just a great group of guys. Saw them today at the flea market.
So you finally got to meet them in person.
Well, I've met Carlos once. I know for a fact I met Carlos at the first Escape WinterCon that
Oh,
we went
okay.
to. So, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't meet anyone in person until today, so that was cool. Also want to mention about the comic book awards, comic book community awards. That you can find more information about on Brian LCS on his YouTube channel, because you'll be able to nominate some comic book YouTubers for different categories. That's going to be a very fun event and a good way to recognize people who do comic book content on YouTube, and to recognize small creators that often get overlooked by other award groups. So the nominations for that is sometime in the next week. I believe is May 13th, but I'm not sure. But if you go to Brian LCS's YouTube channel, you will be able to find out all of the correct information. And then we also, we won something
Yes.
from Trev Shipping Guru.
Yes,
Trev
we
the
did.
Shipping Guru from his channel. And I didn't even know it was a contest going on, but I guess he does where if you comment on different videos, subscribe different channels, things like that, you get entered and you win a slab of comic books. And so we won.
Yeah, we won some
And
comic
that's
books.
pretty cool. So when we receive that, we will show it to you guys so you can see the cool thing that we won.
Hey, go check out Trev the Shipping Guru and give him some support if you haven't already. Best of Star Trek says they got Disneyland passes yesterday, so they went Saturday night. Nice.
I wanted to go. It's been a while since
I've
we've
never
been
been
Star
to
Wars.
Disney.
Well, you've never been to Disney, and we have to go to that. There's something I want to go to, and maybe I'll talk about that. But we did do at Universal Studios. We did Star Wars
Nope, that was at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios, and that was
Yeah.
what Star Wars Days. What was that called? I don't remember.
Yes.
I think
I
it's
can't
called-
really. I think it was called Star Wars.
Days.
Star Wars Weekends. I think Star Wars Week. It was something like that. It was something in that nature. It was before they officially bought Lucasfilm, and it was before they created their own dedicated Star Wars theme park areas. So I don't know what they're doing now, but at the time they had like different actors and actresses and people from the Star Trek or Star Wars franchise. I'm looking at Best at Star Trek's chat here. The people from the franchise to come out, set up a booth along the walking paths, and you could pay a little extra to get an autograph from them.
Yeah, we got a couple, yeah.
Did you play No Thanks yet? No, thanks. No, we haven't played No Thanks yet, but it does look like a lot of fun. We got it, didn't we? We got that game, No Thanks?
Did we? Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the card game, right?
Yes.
Where
yes.
did I put it?
I think we did
No,
like
that's
I can't remember now if we have it or not. We have so
Well,
many games. We got 13
we
games
have
today.
it. We did buy it off of his recommendation because it was on sale. We haven't opened it yet. It
Oh,
was
yeah,
on.
there it
It
is.
was on sale, and when he mentioned it, it sounded a lot of fun. And we are always looking for more icebreaker games for game night. So I don't know if Deadpool is still in the building, but if you are, show this to the wife and Tiny Giant, to the wife and kid, because this is going to be one that we play on game night. So looking forward to this one. And game night probably won't be till June because May has something going on every single weekend.
Yeah. Lots of people with lightsabers. I kind of want one now. What's your excuse for not having a lightsaber? What's wrong with you?
I have like 5.
Yeah. I got a
Oh,
bunch too.
and my nephew called me out because I store them in the closet.
You will laugh your butt off when you stick. People with bad cards. There we go. You need 3. All right.
So you talked about Star Wars days, weekends, whatever they called it back in the day. Let's talk about some other things that we did to celebrate. We talked about board games, but you were excited to go and see.
Oh, yes. She took me to see Return of the Jedi. It was the first time I can remember going to see one of the original trilogy movies in the theater.
Same.
I might have been taken when I was a kid to go see them in the theater, but I do not remember those from my time as a child. But it was awesome,
Yeah.
and thank you so much
And
because
thank
I
you.
didn't know it was happening. She found it. She's like, "Hey, what are you doing tomorrow? We're going." And I was like, "Okay, I'm ready."
Well, you're taking me to see Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, we're going to see
on-
Empire Strikes Back tomorrow night
Yeah, so
at the Tampa Theater.
and I know you're really excited about that because that's your
That's
favorite
my
one.
favorite Star Wars movie of all time is Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Empire is the best one. I think it had the right tone. It really put into the idea that this is not a series made for kids. This is a real. I think they kind of went a little bit too far the other way with Return of the Jedi. But Empire Strikes Back was the most adult of the Star Trek or Star Wars movies. Got I keep looking over here at the chat. And they got Deadpool saying hey to everybody who's in the chat right now. And hey Deadpool or Dreadpool, how are you doing? I am having a time right now just pronouncing things.
Me too, because I think I
Mispronouncing.
said Deadpool instead of Dreadpool as well. I think. I
Yeah.
don't remember. And that's the theme. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
But you guys put in the chat which Star Wars movie is your favorite. I'm going to have to. We were supposed to do a marathon, but since we're making it Star Wars month, we can still do the marathon.
Of course.
Because right now, I say Return of the Jedi. But after doing the marathon, and I might change my mind and say a different one.
I'm here looking for CC to appear at Best
Oh.
of Star Trek.
Closed caption?
Here. I just CC'd. I closed captioned our laughter at you. Oh, come on.
So, Best of Star Trek said,
Oh,
I
I like
like
the
part
one-
1 with Jar Jar was good. This is the thing.
He's
Jar Jar
not
gets
being
a.
serious.
I understand.
Jar Jar is the
That's
best Sith Lord of the
but
series.
Jar Jar gets a bad rap, and I feel like it's usually our generation and older. You can tell
What did you
from
do to Jar
exactly
Jar?
because anybody from under our generation, they like Jar Jar because that movie came out when they were kids, so they like Jar Jar.
Yeah.
So I feel like he just got a bad rap from us because we were adults watching it and we were salty because we're like this. Well, I'm saying we, but mainly you because you grew up loving Star Wars, and then it was like isn't my Star Wars. This is geared towards kids. So you were just bitter, and Jar Jar got a bad rap because of it.
Well, he goes, "No, I'm serious. The second one was good too." The second one was good because of Obi-Wan's development as a character. Um, he goes, "I'm like 47, so I like them all."
Well, I'm right there with you. I'm gonna be 47 this year, so I'm like 40. Might as well own it now.
Yeah, but you have Star Trek in your name, so we're really not, you know, gonna take your. No, I'm playing with you.
He's really not playing. He's
I'm
not.
not. No.
And he doesn't take my opinion on it seriously because I didn't grow up watching it. He corrupted me years later, and it took a long time
Wayne
before he
says
corrupted
his
me.
9-year-old would rather watch 1 and 2 than any of the other movies. And yeah, that's leading to what I was saying before. You had A New Hope. The opening scenes of A New Hope were, them going over to Alderaan and killing millions of people. Uh, Darth Vader holding some dude up by his throat and killing him. We were trying to set an adult tone. The second movie really set home that this is a movie that you can let your kids watch. But it is also a movie that starts out with Luke with his face all mangled up,
Right.
being attacked by a monster, and shows that it's more of an adult-oriented series. Well, I think that Return of the Jedi kind of leaned the other way, except for, Princess Leia's outfit there, kind of leaned harder towards kids, and then the next
think so?
trilogy leaned harder into pleasing a very young audience.
Oh, okay.
Jar Jar Binks is to introduce small children to the Star Wars.
I just
Canon
felt like
and
Return of the
universe.
Jedi had a complete story.
It did.
And
I'm not arguing that. That's not the argument I'm making.
Oh, okay. Because you're like it leaned the other way. I don't think it was good, just kid like. I thought it had a good balance.
The Clone Wars, yeah, that's a really awesome series. We dropped off of that about season 2.
Well, then I was a season after you, so
Okay, yeah.
So if
But
you
it's on
dropped
my
off
list
at
of
2, then I
things
dropped off at 3.
to restart, watch over them. There's so many freaking Star Wars things out, and it's an advantage that younger people have today is their Star Wars is so full. And my entire life, I always spent going, I've got 3 main movies and a couple spin-offs and a holiday special and a cartoon. None of them successful except for the original trilogy. That's all the Star Wars I have. Meanwhile, Star Trek people had series after series, movies, and
But they didn't have a
everything
holiday
else.
special, and the holiday special is my favorite.
The holiday special is your favorite.
Yep.
I played Best of Star Trek said I played Star Trek Virtual Reality for years and eliminated over 900 Klingons and Romulans for the Federation. Well, man, good.
What's that Star Wars video game that I'm getting on streaming? Someone was telling us about in the comments.
Oh, that
Yes.
is
Star Wars Rebellion, but they called it something else in the UK, and it's on streaming for what's the stream? It's on Steam for I think $3.
It was on Steam for $3. Now
Is
it's
it-
like $4.
Oh, okay, that's still good. I thought you were gonna say something crazy, and I'm like,
It's a game
what?
from
Did I miss it?
1998. So it's going to be fairly low resolution and a very small window, but you're going to have a good time playing it.
It's
got a
probably
really good
right
story.
my speed.
It is probably your
Yes.
speed, maybe.
Maybe it's probably too advanced for me. Because I
So
don't play video games.
another thing we posted this week is she made a video of quotes for iconic quotes from Star Wars. What is your favorite iconic quote from Star Wars?
No, that's it.
Actually, no, it's no. That's my favorite quote from Star Wars. God, I waited my entire life to see Darth Vader, and all I get is no. And
Well,
you know, the lazy ass writers who said that she died of a broken heart. Oh. I like Robot Chicken's response to that, have the medical droid going, "That's not a medical diagnosis. Where did you get your medical degree? The internet?"
it's kind of hard to pick a favorite quote. It should be, what is your favorite Sith quote? What is your favorite Yoda quote? What is your favorite insult? And we will be doing a 10 iconic insults from Star Wars. So, look
Mostly
out
finding
for
those
that. I'm just going to look
insults.
for Leia.
Leia, half of them are going to be Leia. Half of them are going to be Leia talking
Yeah.
to Han. That's going to be half the video.
So, one of mine, which was top of the list of the one that we just did, was "You have failed me for the last time."
Yeah. I find your lack of faith disturbing
Yeah,
is,
you say
is
that one all
my
the time.
favorite,
Yeah.
especially for somebody with no faith.
Okay, let's see. Best of Star Trek said, Luke.
Yeah, it's on the screen. So what else did we do for? Oh, yeah, that's the other thing we did for Star Wars. I think they're kind of hidden now.
Yeah.
There's a video coming out.
Remember,
Oh yeah, we
mine
took the other
apart.
one apart. We did a video where we competed to see who could put together Lego Star Wars the quickest, and this is the one I finished. The other one we took all the pieces apart and put it back in the box. But she did a really good job for never having put anything like this together. I haven't put together Lego in so long that I can remember shapes like rectangles and slopes, smaller rectangles. Those were the shapes that I remember are big, like the base here is a big like square with a bunch of, those are the shapes I grew up with. These shapes are absolutely amazing, and I can understand how some people can come up with some really creative ways to put these together to create whole new.
And it took what, like an hour to do that?
It was about an hour,
And
yeah.
look how small it is.
It was 130 pieces or something like that. 'Cause some of the pieces are teensy weensy.
One of the friends that we met at Escape Winter convention, he did a truck that's about this big, and he did that in a little over an hour. And I don't know how, because that right there was enough for me. But I have to bring that up because his name is Adam, and he's the one that inspired us to look into Lego. Because he had so much fun sitting there putting that together at convention. So we went to the Lego store, Legoland store in San Antonio, and then had the bright idea to do a little face-off with Lego. And, that didn't end that too well for me. So do you want to talk about this game?
Well, Best of Star Trek says Legos are fun. I'm getting mad because I've bought my wife 7 or 8 big sets now, and she hasn't built any one of them yet.
I mean, she's coming up with her strategy.
And then he continued it with, the Batmobile took me 6 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, some of them can be quite big and very intricate. These are quite tiny and very intricate. Something like a big truck might have like a majority of the truck is bigger pieces. But then you get into the details. That's where your time's going to be spent.
And the truck that Adam put together had moving parts.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it had like this little lever. Once you put it together and you move it up and down, it like moves another part, and then it gets some stuff, internal stuff turning. It was really cool. So I took a bunch of pictures of it because I'm like, oh my God, this is not the Lego I grew up with.
She did build the Home Alone house. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know they had a Home Alone house Lego.
And how long did that take? So it's like a project that we have to do starting.
Manny the Hobgoblin Collector. Hello there. Hello there. That would
Another quote.
That's another quote.
We would have to start like on a Friday, and then Friday after work, and do the rest of the weekend, which is what we're going to do with it's not Lego, but it's still
Oh
putting,
yeah. Oh yeah. I'll bring that
putting
over.
stuff together for our dioramas. So this is going to be the next project.
There's going to be some more content here.
Yeah.
I'll set this to the
So I'm
side.
taking a little bit of a break from the Lego. We're gonna do more with that stuff, but we're gonna have this be our next project.
Yeah, we got 3 different models here. One of. Okay.
Did it fall out of
no,
the bag?
it's right here.
Oh.
So we got models. Bandai models. This is the Y-Wing, and she's holding the X-Wing and 2 TIE Fighters. We actually have 2 X-Wings
Yep.
and 4 TIE Fighters total, which we're going to be assembling these primarily. I haven't put together a model like this in a very long time. It's been, I think we lived in the apartment the last time I did a model like this.
And I never have.
And she never has. So these are going to be our training wheels to get us to this point,
Yeah.
which is a extremely detailed version of a Millennium Falcon model that is going to be part of a diorama that we're going to build as content for the channel. So,
Yeah. I've always wanted to do a diorama of
Yep.
anything.
and you got to pay the piper.
And yeah, and he's like, if we're gonna do that, then it has to be Star Wars. And so this is what he came up with. Hopefully, you guys, there will still be a channel after this, and I won't have,
So he goes, it took a long time. She waited in line to get Home Alone house because it sells out right away. And then a couple greetings from a couple of our listeners to each other. So it's great to have you here, Manny, as usual, along with everybody else who's here. Thank you all so much for being here. And that's just a little glimpse of something that's coming up in the channel in the future.
Did you want to introduce this game? We're
All
gonna
right.
do like a little quick.
We're going to do a
playthrough.
quick little
Very
playthrough of
quick,
this
very
little card game here. This is Star Wars Say What You See. And as you can see here on the cover of it, I'm moving it over this way because the chat window is right there, so I can't see what's there. But you can see here you have 2 blue R's and 2 D's, and that's R2D2. So that's what you're trying to look at what the card says and figure out what it's trying to refer to within the Star Wars universe.
Yep. So I'm gonna show you some cards, and I'm gonna show them, and they're gonna put in the chat what they think it is. So don't look at the chat, and we'll give them a few seconds to write in the
answer.
chat to answer, and then you answer what you think it is.
Okay.
And then you could do some.
Actually, show
for
them
me.
first.
I'll show them first.
And then I'm not going to look at the
Ooh, I
chat.
gotta get this.
And I'm
see
not gonna look at the
box 'cause I
card.
want to make sure. Oh yeah, I'm trying to not use any cards that were on the box.
On the box, okay.
Okay.
Understood.
All the ones on the top. was on
The top
box.
3 were
You
on
would
the box.
think that they wouldn't even include those cards, but let's show them. And
All
you're
right.
not looking.
I'm not looking at the chat. I'm not looking at the card.
And hopefully
Hopefully they can see it because the
that.
camera is way
And
back
yeah,
there in
and-
order to get.
You know what? I
you
can
go.
make sure I can go right in front of the camera.
Yeah, it's a long way up there because I wanted to get the background. Bring it towards you a little bit this way.
That's the card.
That's good. Yep, that'll work.
So, Interesting.
I couldn't see the card because of the chat screen, but
All right. So, and I'm going to find another one and then I'll show them. Ooh, okay. I've got two more I want to show you guys. I'm going to show from back here. And then I'm going to, so that's the second card. This is the third card. And I'm going to come up closer. This is the second card. And hopefully I'm not showing the answer. Third card. All right. So, William, I'm going to show. Oh, don't look.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking.
I had that on the table. I don't know if the answer showed or not. I'm a hot mess. Okay,
I didn't
so
look at
that's
the cards.
That's the first one. That's the
This
first
is the
card.
first one.
So, I don't see anyone who guessed just yet. So,
Chewbacca.
yep. So you've got the mouth chewing a cookie, and then the arrow
Backspace,
going back,
and
and then
A.
the A, Chewbacca. So you got it right. And hold on. Oh, I'm not showing you the second one yet.
All right.
Don't look. So just so you guys look to the left, William, because the answer's on the back of the card. This is the second one. It's got the word print, and underneath it in a talk bubble, it has layer. So, William, take a look at that. What do you think that is?
Aha.
Do you concede defeat?
I don't yet.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Some of these probably get pretty obscure, but print, quote, layer.
And while he's looking at that one, showing this one again. Again, I don't know if you guys can see that from way back here.
I'm just looking at the card. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I don't.
So think about it.
Okay,
We'll
I'll
come
think
back
about it.
to
I'll think
it.
about it.
What do you think that one is?
80 over 80.
It has 80, then another 80.
AT-AT.
Yeah, I didn't say 80 because I was like, if I say 80, he's going to definitely get it. So did you concede defeat on this one?
Yeah, I'm going to concede defeat on this one.
It is Princess Leia. Print Leia, Princess Leia. That's what
Okay.
it was. That's what
Okay.
it was. I mean, you got 2 out of 3. That's really good.
Yeah.
That's good.
The chat is either died or we stopped picking it up. Do you want to do one?
Sure. Here, pick 3 for me. 2 for me.
All right, I got 2.
Okay.
All right, I haven't even looked at them.
Okay, and I'm not looking either. And I have my glasses off, so there's that.
Well, I suck at the same game. I got nothing. That's from Linda, the smiley face.
Well, Linda, I'm about to get nothing, so I'm going to be right there with you.
All right. So I am going to hold up the cards. And then this card. So
Oh, wow. So I've got a needle, goat, the house, or shot, goat. What the heck is that? Well, let me see the other one because I'm gonna come back to that one. May. Uh, oh, is this May the Force be with you?
No.
May 3 May. May 3.
They really didn't do a good job with the image.
Well, I wasn't gonna get it anyway. Um, May. I mean, I really feel like that one should be my first guess, and my brain is not gonna get it. May. What was the? No, that wasn't in Star Wars.
Aunt May?
Aunt May. Yeah. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna look at.
So Best of Star Trek said, I'm setting up Renature to play tonight. I'm scared because I know I will lose.
Oh,
Yeah, this
okay.
is
That was
Maze
good.
Windu. So Mace Windu. So they're not easy.
Yeah, I don't know this one either. Let me see. Oh, Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, okay. That was a good one. That was a good one.
All right.
Yeah,
So-
see, Linda, I suck at this game too.
So the game we have set up right now on the table that we are going to play when we finish dinner after the live stream, keeping with the Star Wars theme, is Villainous. Now we've already played through this once, but we really don't give an opinion on a game until we played it a couple of times because we don't know if we played it right the first time.
Yeah, and I don't think that we
And it's the
did.
same with the Clone Wars Pandemic. We played that one. but-
But did you want to add anything to your
Oh,
top
add anything
20?
to my top 20
Because
list.
I already did mine.
So, I'm not going to add a game that I don't understand yet. Do you have the pen?
Yeah.
So, I know that All of Us is getting knocked off the list, without a doubt. Even not having played Villainous more than a couple of times, I would say that's above that one. But I've got a bad feeling about this. Now, if you've not, do you have that game handy? I've got a bad feeling about this, or did you already show them?
Yeah. No, I talked about it, but I didn't show it. So this is, I've got a bad feeling about this. It's a card game, and it looked as if it would just be a fun little filler game, which it is, but it's also just fun, period. So this is one that's also going to the list of icebreaker games that we play on game night. There are some cards that have some fun little things for you to do throughout the game that will be hilarious playing and doing within a group. So
So,
it says escape danger or you're doomed. So the goal of this game is to escape the red card, that's the no card, by using the blue escape card. And depending on the number of players in the game, that dictates how many number of red cards go in the game. So when we played, it was 2 players, so only one red card out of 7 got put into the game. The game goes all the way up to 8 players, so then all 7 red cards would go into the game. And it gets a little bit, it got tricky with us because that red card was in the game, but there was only so many blue cards that we had in our hand. And at one point, I think I was the only one with a blue card, and he would play a card to steal it from me. And I'm just was hoping the red card didn't come out because I wouldn't have any escape card to use to get away from it. So very, very fun game.
now the reason why I can put that on the list, we played it twice. Once right after the other. And that's how you know a game's great. When you figure it out and you play it back to back. So I've got a bad feeling about this. Is now my highest ranked quick, simple filler game on the list. Everything else is pretty crunchy. I've got a bad feeling about this. It's so easy and quick. It is just a lot of fun. It actually knocked A Feast for Odin down a spot, and everything below it, like Odin Tama, Zombie Dice. Zombie Dice was the highest ranked one.
You got a bad feeling about this
Above
A Feast
Zombie
for
Dice.
Odin?
A Feast for Odin would actually probably be in a higher spot had I played it more than once.
Okay.
Now, the reason why that one can go on the list is because I played it this year, and it's such a long game that I really got to understand its mechanics in the first play. Whereas the other games we played, like Villainous and the Pandemic, Star Wars, Clone Wars, I don't have a good feeling for all the mechanics involved yet, so I really couldn't fairly rate
Okay.
them.
So, and if we want to, when we put a new game on the list, it's automatically going to shift the rest of the games, right?
Yeah,
But if we
wherever it
want
is.
to move a game that's on this list without putting another game on the list to automatically move it, we have to play that game again. So
Yeah.
if he wants A Feast for Odin to
We stole
be
this from
higher
Wayne.
on the list, then he will have to play it again to be able to move it. And we stole this from Beans and a Dice podcast. They're doing that over there. They recommended that their listeners do it. They have people who are commenting on their Discord and other places
With
about
their own top
with their
20
own
list.
top 20. And that's what we're doing. And it's not the top 20 of all time
No,
because
that'd
this
be a
list
much
would be
different list.
different. But it is the top 20 of games that we've played this
year.
year. So, and
Yep.
it's really fun to do.
Yeah, we've played, 7 games this week, and only one of them went on either one of our lists. So it is a very unique game that has
this
to.
says there's a problem with the server. I'm going to do, oh, there it is. Okay.
All right,
So, because I wanted to look at comments. So, what were you saying?
should be Villainous, is it? Yeah. So that's the last comment so far. So what are we getting to
What
now?
time is it?
We are actually past. 8
Yeah,
o'clock.
because we spent so much time at the beginning with technical difficulties. So, I mean, if
Next
you want
week, I
to.
think I'm going to start the stream about 10 minutes early to get
Okay.
technical stuff out of the way. Just understand, I'm going to put up a thing that says the stream starts at 7. So if you're watching me at 6:50 next week,
Okay.
understand I'm just purely getting the technical BS out of the way.
You could
and-
put up a countdown too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Put up a countdown.
Yeah, 10
That's what I'll
minute,
do
10 minute
next.
countdown so they give you time to work out the technical stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
So, as always, guys, thank you for joining us on this live stream. And all those who commented, we really enjoyed talking to you. We're exploring other things to do on our live stream to show our nerdy interests. I'm going to be doing some gaming live streams, probably toward the end of the week.
Okay.
I'll set up a gaming live stream. That's not
Which
going to
game?
be
Star Citizen
a
or-
regular. I don't know. Probably Star Citizen because 18.2 is pretty stable, and I
Okay.
can actually get in there on like the last live stream that I tried. And there's a free event coming. So if you've got a
Yes.
great computer that can run it, I will give you my code, and there's going to be a free event. If you got a really good gaming computer, you can jump in there on your computer. I think it starts on May 18th and runs for 2 weeks. You'll be able to play Star Citizen. Just download the game and play it for free for that time. And if you guys want to join in, just message me, and I will let you know where to go and how to do things. That's pretty much it for this live
Okay.
stream. It's time for dinner.
Say, Best of Star Trek says, see you next stream. So, see you next stream. And everyone else, good night. Have a great rest of your Sunday. And we'll see you hopefully next stream as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, my stomach is like, it's
And-
yelling at me.
Until next time, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time,
Stay nerdy.
did that one backwards. Bah. Have a good
Can I-
night, guys.
Have a good night. Can I have that box, please? Thank you very much. Thank you very much.